the weather must be very warm, no?
Ma'am, it's sometimes
It's
hot and it's sometimes raining. Like very rarely it rains.
okay. But in the
Ma'am,
morning, evening, the weather is okay.
ma'am, about where are you talking? Hyderabad.
Your side, Hyderabad, no?
Yeah, ma'am.
So the weather must be hot that side, no?
Yeah, ma'am, it is hot, but nowadays because of the rains, it's cool.
Okay, it's raining that side.
No, ma'am, not now, but before 2 days, 3 days, it was raining.
Okay, okay. So it must be pleasant now. And what about the morning, evening weather?
Ma'am, morning, it's early morning pleasant. Means afternoon time, it's very hot.
Afternoon, it's very hot.
Evening and night, it's warm.
That's why your schools have given summer holidays these days. It's actually required. So to look after your health also, okay? From the heat waves, look after your health also. Okay, so let's come back to studies. I'm sharing the screen. Let's see what we were doing yesterday. We'll continue from there. We were revising number systems. Okay. So we had done some questions on number system, the
Ma'am,
spiral.
you gave some homework questions yesterday.
I had given you homework questions. Have you done that?
Yes, ma'am. I have doubt on last question.
What was the homework? Let me check.
Ma'am, you gave about rationalizing numbers.
Rationalizing numbers. Okay. Let me check. So where do you have the doubt? Which question?
Last question.
Let me just take out the homework. Okay, this was this. The last question is saying find the value of 3 root over 12 upon 6 root over 27. This one. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there is nothing in this question. Just take out what is root over 12. What do you get as a root over 12? See, 3 and 6 can be cancelled. Just try to simplify it more.
Ma'am, we can write root 12 as 2 root
Yes,
3.
just try to simplify it more.
And we can also write this root 27 as 3 root 3.
3 root 3. Okay, I'm just coming to the question 1 second. I'm just checking from where was this one. Okay, so what is it? The question is, this is 3 root over 12 upon 6 root over 27. So you see here, I'm just cancelling this. This becomes 1 by 2. And root over 12 can be written as 3 and I can write it as 4. Okay, and 2 here and this can be written as 3 into 3 into 3. Right? I can write it like this. So that means from here I can take out 2 common out. So I'm left with root over 3 here. From this I can take 3 common out. So I have 2 into 3 outside and I have 3 here. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. Root 3 gets cancelled. Your answer is just 1 by 3. Yes, children? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So then what was the next question? What was the next question that was difficult for you?
That's all.
That's all. Rest
Yes.
everyone to do the questions? Hello? Everyone could do
Yes,
the questions? Any difficulty anywhere else?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, let's do some more questions of this. Okay, in the rationalizing, not the rationalizing part, we had done the square root part also, right? Square root spiral. And After the square root spiral, we had that to how to find the square root of the decimal. Is it? So that also had given you one question of that 10.5. Were you able
And
to
can you give any questions from Adi Sharma?
what happened?
Ma'am, can you give practice questions from Adi Sharma?
Okay, beta. So were you able to do this?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So let's take down some more questions. Please do. You have that R.D. Sharma book with you.
Ma'am, actually, I don't have.
Then why are you insisting on that? Is there something special? Something?
No, ma'am, actually, the questions are tough.
Not like that, teacher. It's nothing like that. This is the question. Express this in the form of a number having denominator as an integer. Okay, express this into a form. In this, irrational number, you have to express it in a form of a number, having denominator as an integer. Please do this. Yes, Rohit is saying, asking something. Yes, Rohit.
Ma'am, if there's a question given 2 raised to minus 3, the value of 2 raised to minus 3, we should first reciprocate it to 2 raised to plus 3, right?
Okay, yes. So it will be like this.
Yes, ma'am. Okay,
So it's
ma'am.
just this, it depends on the question, Richard.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, the kind of question that you have and what is asked in the question.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, do one more thing, fine. Yes, Rohit.
Ma'am, just clarified.
What happened?
Ma'am, you clarified my doubt.
Okay, beta.
Ma'am,
Yes.
can you once again explain how to find rational numbers between root 2 and root 3?
I'll explain you. Have you done the top part? Are you done with this question?
Ma'am, no, ma'am, I did.
Do this one first. I'll tell you. I'll come to this also.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, is root 2 1.41
Yes.
and root 3 1.72?
Root is 1.732.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, children, let's do. Let's take the first question. This is 1, 2, 3. I'm taking the first question here, question number 1. This is 3 plus upon 3 minus 2 root over 5. Okay, now see. This is, as usually you do, the same way you have to rationalize the denominator.
Ma'am, can
Right.
you once scroll a bit up? Yeah, ma'am, enough.
So this is 3 plus 2 root 2, 2 root 5 upon 3 minus 2 root 5. So when you multiply this with the conjugate of this, becomes 3 plus 2 root over 5. And this is 3 plus 2 root over 5. Right? So when you multiply this, you get, so you have this in a minus b into a plus b form. So that can be written as a square minus b square. So I'll write it like this, 3 square plus 3 square minus, this is minus 2 root over 5 square, like this. Okay. And in the numerator, you will have 3 plus 2 root over
Ma'am,
5. Yes.
ma'am, is the answer 7 minus root 25?
For this question,
Yes, ma'am.
no, no, beta, no.
Oh.
See here, we are just working out. So this, the operator comes in this form, a plus b the whole square. So you just, expand it. So when you expand 2 root over 5 square, so this becomes 4 into 5, that becomes 20. Okay, you understood this? 20? 3 square is 9 and 2 root over 5, when you square it, 2 square is 4. Root over 5 square is 5. So that is 4 into 5 gives you 20. Okay, then you have 2ab part. So 2 into a is 6. I'm just writing like this. 2 into 3 is 6. Then 2 into root over 5 like this. Upon you have 9 minus 20. Okay, 9 minus 20 like this. You understood this, children? So this becomes 29 plus, this is 4, 3, that's 12 root over 5 upon minus of 11. Okay, so now you have the question, it was simply asked in the question that the new denominator should be rational. Express this in the form of a number having denominator as an integer. So now we can see that the denominator is an integer.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So we have nothing to do. This is the answer. I'll just write it in a proper form. So if we take the numerator up, so it becomes like this. Okay, like this. So this is your answer.
Ma'am, it's integer, na ma'am. Why can't we leave it?
Yes, ma'am.
Why can't we leave it like this? You can leave it like this.
Okay, ma'am.
You can. Okay. Okay, now see the next one. The next question here was
Ma'am, can you once
Find two-
explain the second question, how to find two rational numbers
Yes,
using
yes.
the roots of numbers?
find two rational numbers between root over 2 and root over 3.
Ma'am, can you once explain the answer?
Which one? This?
Yes, ma'am. I didn't get it. I didn't get how to solve it.
The first one?
No, ma'am, second bit. Second bit.
Second one I'm just doing now. Okay, so find two rational numbers between root over 2 and root over 3. So in this question, Bache, there is nothing to do. You just have to keep in mind what is the value of root over 2. See, root over 2 is, we write it as 1.414. Okay, and root over 3, we write it as 1.732. These are very common values that we know, right? So what do you think would be the rational numbers between these two? See, between 1.4 and between 1.7, you have 1.5, you have 1.6. Yes? Yes?
Yes,
Hello?
ma'am.
You
Yes,
Yeah,
understood?
ma'am.
Yes.
So just write some rational number. If you want to write two rational numbers, so that is 1.5 and 1.6. That's it. This is the only answer. Correct? Okay. And if you want to write some more decimal points, if somebody asks you to write three decimal places, write the rational number up to three decimal places. So you just keep the first number perfect as 1.5 and 1.6. The rest you can write anything here. Anything. Right? The first 1.5 and 1.6.
Ma'am, actually, it's rational number.
Okay. So just it's rational number only. So just write anything here, like something. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. If it is
Ma'am,
asked,
can we keep any bar on them if we want to?
no need of any bar. Okay. It's just write 1.5, 1.6. And please note, you can note down some more values like this. If you get something, is now I have just given you for root over 2 and root over 3. Suppose you are asked to find between root over 3 and root over 5. Find rational numbers between root over 3 and root over 5. Between root over 5 and root over 7. So you must know those very common values. Okay. So I'll just note down those few values. So root over 2 is given as 1.414. This you already know. Root over 3 is given as 1.732. Okay. Then root over 4, you already know it's 2 only. Then root over 5 is given as 2.236. Just note down these some values and be aware of it. Okay. 2.449. Root over 7 will be 2.64 something 64. Okay. So 2.64. Then you have root over 8 can be written as 2.828. Root over 9 is 3. Okay, children. So root over 2, 4, you know, root over 3. These are all the middle values between these two numbers. Okay, so if you are asked to find any two rational numbers between like 5 root over 5 and root over 7, so between 7 and 8, so you can write that. Okay, so between rational number between 2.6 and 2.8 will be 2.7. Okay, children, I hope you have understood this. Okay, so you don't have to do anything in this, just keep in mind these common values. We cannot remember all those values, but these are some ones which are very commonly used. Right? Okay. So let's see the next question. This was root over, the whole root over. Okay. Just write down. The question is, question number 3. We have to simplify this. The whole root of root over 20 plus root over 11 upon root over 20 minus root over 11. Okay. So don't get afraid of looking at some different kind of questions. It's nothing different. It's all the same only. The same thing applies here. You have seen that the number is here irrational number. So what do we do? Our first step is to rationalize the denominator. So we just do root over 20 minus root over 11. And in the numerator, we have root over 20 plus root over 11. So we multiply this with the conjugate of this. Conjugate means just the opposite of this. Okay. So if that is root over 20 minus root over 10, so conjugate will be root over 20 plus root over 11. So you multiply both numerator and denominator with the same numbers like this. Okay. Now just try, this is now in the form of a minus b into a plus b. This is a square minus b square, the denominator in this form. So that becomes root over 20 square minus root over 11 square like this. And the numerator part will be root over 20 plus root over 11, the whole square. Is it? And now you can see there is a root over all over this. So the first part will, the root over will be, the square part will be removed from there. Is it? When we have the square inside and this root over, this will be removed. Yes. So it becomes just root 20 plus root 11. I hope you have understood this, children. Hello. The next is here 20 minus 11. So 20 minus 11 will be 9. Okay. But for 9, we have the root over. Here we don't have the square over the whole thing. No. So we just have, we will write it as root over 9. Did you understand this? See here, this root over is cancelling out because here the square is for the whole of the bracket part. Okay. But in this case, the square is only for this much part. So, yes. So first we took 1 second. So we took the square of this part that became 20. Then we took the square of this part that became 11. So 20 minus 11 is 9. But we have the whole root over. So that means we have the root over 9. Okay. Yes. Now ask Rohit.
Ma'am, won't you change the plus to minus here?
Change plus to minus. What happened? No, I didn't change anything. This is, I have just rationalized it.
Okay.
See, this was given in the question. I just rationalized with the conjugate of this. This was minus, this was plus. This we usually do. Okay, so when I did, I got it in this form. This is in a minus b into a plus b form. So a minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square. So I wrote it like this. And the numerator is like this, a plus b into a plus b. So that becomes a plus b, the whole square. Okay, and the whole square part gets removed because of the square root sign. And below here, you can see that this square root of 20 is 20, square root of 11 square is 11. So that becomes 9, square root of 9. So now we have root over 20 plus root over 11 in the numerator and 3 in the denominator. So this gives your answer. You can still write it in the simplified form. Otherwise, even if you leave it here, that you will get your complete marks. Okay, so 20 can also be written 4 5s is 20. So that means 2 can be taken out. So 5, 11, 5 here. And this can be written as 11 by 3. So it can be written like this.
Ma'am, even if you do like the above one also, it's correct.
Even if you write like this, it's okay. Okay. Okay, children.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's see something in exponents. Okay, let's see something from the exponent part, right? Now Harshit wants to do some difficult questions. Yes, Harshit. Yes, Harshit. Okay, we'll do better. We should do challenging sums. Okay, let's take from here.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, so we cannot rationalize root 20 plus root 11, right? We can't make it root 20 minus root 11, right?
Root 20 minus root 11.
Yes, ma'am, because we have to change the symbols, right?
See, this is the simplest form. You think we can, if you think we can still simplify it further, what is that? Tell me.
Ma'am, I took it as root 20 minus root 11, then I got 9 by 9, which was 1. It was, I did root 20 plus root 11 into root 20 minus root 11 here.
See here, when you multiply this, when you rationalize it, then we take like this. Okay, we have in the numerator root over 20 plus root over 11. Now you are saying that you have just left this part as it is, the denominator part.
No, ma'am, denominator I took root 20 plus root 11 into root 20 plus root 11.
But why so? Why
Ma'am,
so?
I,
How could you
ma'am, I
take
thought
that?
we had to change both the symbols in numerator and denominator, so I did that.
So this is what is done, no? See, you have to multiply the numerator and denominator by the same thing. Okay? Okay, beta? So you have to do it with the same thing.
Yes, ma'am.
When we multiplied with the same thing, then the numerator part became the whole square and the denominator part became the a square minus b square form. Okay? And then we further calculated it. Okay, let's see some more questions. Okay, let's take this question. This is 4th root of 3rd root of then square x square. Okay. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
So yes. We just have few minutes left now. Let's do it quickly. Please try this. This is 4th root of cube root of x square. Okay. Please take this. These are the sums taken from R.D. Sharma. Okay. Yes, Ashwath.
Ma'am, it's Harshit.
Okay. Ashwath is your brother, no?
Yeah, ma'am, is my small brother. Younger.
Okay. Okay. So that's cube root of x y square divided by x square y. Please note down the question so that even if the time gets over, class time gets over, you can continue with these sums. Okay? Or otherwise, if we have time, then we are doing only in the class. Okay. So that's x raised to power minus 3 root over and the whole power is 5. Okay, let's do first these three, then I'll give you more.
Ma'am,
Yes.
will next week's subjective test be on number system only?
We'll see which is the
Yes,
chapter that we just did, Euclid, no?
ma'am, this week you gave us a test on number system, right?
This time I've given you for number system. For next time, I'll give you some different other chapter because we'll do the revision also. Okay, so let's
Yes, ma'am.
take polynomials for that next time. Okay, for this week we have taken number system. We have revised number system. For the next week, we'll revise polynomials. Okay, and we won't take the whole of polynomials. Okay, we'll take the first part of that. Let's see how much we can do. Okay, I'm trying to take it in 2 halves actually. The algebraic identities part, I'm thinking that I should take it separately in some other test. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
but let's see if we are able to complete all the revision of polynomials, then we'll take the complete also. Then I might increase the number of questions in your test. I might increase the time also. Okay, then your test can be a longer one. Okay, let's do this. So fourth root of cube root of x squared. So how do we do that? Let's take the x squared part. Whatever we are given inside the core part is x squared. Okay, then above that we have root over 3. So root over 3 can be written as 1 by 3 like this. Okay, and 1 by 4 is can further be written like this. Okay, let me ask those children. Some children are sitting very quietly here. Akshara, are you understanding? Hello, Akshara, are you understanding what we are doing here? Yes, beta. Akshara, keep your video on. Rayan, Jitendra, are you understanding?
Yes.
Okay, so you're sitting very quietly. That's why I asked you. Please ask, beta.
I'm looking down at the notebook and doing it, so I'm not able to like that fast.
But are you able to understand? Are you understanding what question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So please ask, okay? Don't sit quietly. Okay, so this is x square. See, now we are doing this part here. So this is x square inside here given, and we have the cube root of this. So if it is cube root, then we always write it as 1 by 3. The fourth root is written as 1 by 4. Okay, now further what we do, we know that the powers are there, we can multiply the powers. Okay, so this becomes x raised to power 2 by 3 because 2 into 1 by 3 will give me 2 by 3. And now again outside I have 1 by 4 here. Okay, so this is x raised to power. See, when you have, you apply this identity here, x raised to power m into n, is it? So this is what actually m into n only, no? So the powers will get multiplied. So you have 2 by 3 multiplied by 1 by 4. So when you multiply this,
2 by 12.
and gets cancelled, so you get x
And we
raised
can
to
also write it as 1 by 16.
1
1
by
by
6.
6.
Okay, so that's x raised to power 1 by 6. Okay. All right. So let's see the next question. Question number 2, that is root over x cube root of x y square. Okay. Please write down this. This is x y square, x y square, the cube root of this. Okay, and written it like this divided by x square y. Okay, it can be written like this. So xy square can be written as raised to the power 1 by 3, and x square y is just written like this. Now what else can we do? Now this 1 by 3 power is for x also. Okay.
Ma'am, we can
Actually, I'm
separate
writing.
those.
So this can be written like this. Okay. And here we have in the denominator 2 into.
Ma'am, we
X
can write 2 as 6 by 3 and y as just 6 by 3, like that.
If we just take the powers of x, so that means x raised to power 1 by 3 minus 2. When you have like this, no, x raised to power a raised to power x and b raised to power a raised to power y. So what happens there? The powers get subtracted like this. So same thing is done here. The powers are getting subtracted. Same thing for y. This is the power, numerator power is 2 by 3. In the denominator we have 1. So 1 will be subtracted here. Are you understanding this? Hello, children, are you understanding?
Yeah, ma'am.
I'm applying the
Yes, ma'am.
exponential identities here. So that becomes 1 by 3 minus 2. So 1 by 3 minus 2 is, this is 3 minus 2. So that becomes, so what will this be? When I subtract this minus 1 by 3 minus 2, so this becomes
Minus 5 by 3.
3. So this becomes 6. So that becomes minus 5 by 3. Yes, you're right, beta. Okay, now y is 2 by 3 minus 1. So when I have 2 by 3 minus 1, so that becomes minus 1
Minus
by
1 by 3.
3. So that's it. Okay, so this is the simplified form of this. So you can just write the numbers like this. The powers are negative, so you can write it here below. Y raised to 1 by 2. Okay? Okay, children? Hello?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, okay, ma'am.
So this is the most simplified form of this. You have, please note down this question number 3 and try it yourself because the class time is over. We will discuss in the next class. Okay, root over. So same way you have to do here also, just take out the root over sign. Okay, so this becomes x raised to minus 3 and this will be, this is 5 here. Okay, so this will become minus 3 by 2. This is minus 3 by 2.
Yes, ma'am.
This is 5. Okay, so like this, minus 3 and 2 here, like this. So when you multiply this, this will become x raised to minus 15 by 2. And you can write it like this, 1 upon x raised to 15. So this is also done. Right, children? Okay,
Okay,
beta,
ma'am.
the class time has exceeded. Thank you so much. So please revise and answer your paper well.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this time I really want good marks from you. Okay, thank you, children. Bye bye.